Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I have a brand new collection to launch called Against the Grain. This one is a little bit different and I'm really pleased with how this has all come together, so I hope you enjoy it too. So what does this one do? It creates, or the main mechanisms create, two different chopping boards or wood slices. You don't even have to have the wood grain on there, so it can just be a platform, so it doesn't have to have the wood effect. So you've got your 6x8 rectangle wood grain board, and then you've got your 6x6 circular wood grain board. Just to give you an example, this die here in this set will cut just a circle, but then it's the stencil wood grain detail there that give you all of that extra detail. Same with the long pieces here, and even the handle, that is optional, but it does just make a really nice platform. And I've got a couple of examples and you'll be able to see those because I will be live today at 10 o'clock over on my Mucers Assemble YouTube channel. All of that information will be in the description box below, and I'll be doing live demos and I'll be showing you every sample that we have because there's a lot that Gemma's made and they're lovely. So I'm going to save those ones for the live later. Then you have your, like I said, 6x8 rectangular one. So you can snip the handle off and it just gives you this platform. You can add a score line down through the middle of these to create more of a springy, so it folds flat, or it can fold over to one side, or if you stick or fall down, you can have a solid box. So again, I've tried to do it so that it's really versatile and hopefully away from the wood grain and this kind of look, you'll be able to use it with other things that you already have in your stash. You get 4 dies in this one and 3 dies in that one. They do both go through a standard machine, but this one here, because it literally is on the edge, you might have to run it through and then maybe just shift it across to the other side to run it through to make sure it's definitely cut. But if you have got a small machine, they will go through both. Even the long pieces here, you might just have to pass it through, then shift it a bit on the plate and then pass it through again. But if you've got an extended plate, then you can just pass it through just the once. And then because the theme I've gone here is kind of Christmas, little buffets and parties that you might have with friends, I wanted a die set that was going to be able to give you like a bit of a pyrography effect, which is that burnt detail into the wood. So you've got these lovely swirls here, so you can see, for example, how they look on this one. And then you've got obviously all of these leaves and stuff which you can see have been used on this little arrangement here. And then just these really nice words. They're nice, bolder, kind of thicker font, so it looks like if you stamp it in brown, or a very dark brown, almost black, it will look like it's been burnt into the wood. You've got eat, drink and be merry, wine and cheese, yes please, happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day, I made you the cheesiest birthday card, life is good but cheese makes it better, happy Cheesemas, and I come with cheese. So you can get the theme here with this one. I hope you know someone who likes cheese. And then I'm going to save those two because they're kind of like the stars of the show. Then we've got the lovely paper pad, which I know my paper pads always sell out, and I know lots of you buy a couple of them at a time. This one is Would You Believe It? So it's just all your wooden prints and patterns for your background. So you've got the lovely big wood slice there. Let me take this one out just so you can see them without the glare there. So you've got the wood slice. So this one, although you can't see it so much, I have gone over the top with my samples because I always do, but if you cut the circle like right in the middle there, then you get the center of that trunk there, that tree trunk. Then you've got that kind of whitewash effect. You've got your pink wood grain. You've got the bark, which I love. I think that's really cool. That's good for the sides of the chopping boards, so it looks like that kind of live wood effect. And you've got another grain there. And then you've got that kind of beachy, weathered beach hut effect there. So there's something a bit different which I thought was going to work perfectly. So I was thinking, how can I create embossed kind of look on my samples and on your cards? And I spoke to our buyers and I said, can we do embossed alphabet? But I wanted them so that they are really tight to the letter, so that you can pop them next to each other as close as you can to make, any words that you want. And this is what we got. So you've got 42 dies, so you've got your whole alphabet there and your numbers, and what it will allow you to create is things like this. So this has been embossed into the paper, and then I've just brushed over it with my ink, and it leaves the original colour of the card, which was the cream in this case. You can also use it without the ink, and it looks really good. There is again samples, but I'm going to save those for later on the live today. So if you're watching this later on, you can just click on that below and you'll be able to go and see it straight away. Another one here, you can see how that looks going around the side. And just the style of this is a bit more rustic. It's not clean lines, although if you emboss it deeper, so if you have like a foam mat or just a softer shim and you spritz your card, you can really get a deep emboss with these as well. So hopefully you like that one. It's really fun. I'm going to be using this one a lot away from this collection. We use it with other things and just in my day-to-day cards as well. And then the stars of the show are these two stamp and die sets. So you've got your party food and you've got your bouquet builder. The bouquet builder is just a brilliant Christmas festive foliage set which you can use away from all of this, along with this as well. I know lots of you don't necessarily go for like the mechanisms, and you will buy things like this and you'll make your own chopping board styles or pop-up cards and use them with other things in your stash. So you've got your deli meats, you've got different cheeses, you've got some cheese die only here, and this is a little olive pick. You've got your little cheese knife there, and then everything that has a black image, that's a stamp. So you've got your grapes, you've got strawberries, you've got little stuffed peppers. This is a little bowl with a dip, because the idea is that you're kind of looking down. So it's more of that kind of overview, flat lay kind of style. You've got olives here. This is a little kind of rose that's been made using all the cured hams. You know, you can make that little rose out of them. Again, different salamis and cured meat. But you can also, this could be a cracker, because there's so many different crackers out there. Different, you know, sesame seeds and black pepper, olive oil, different vegetables in the biscuits. So even this here could be a cracker as well. So you can change them. This could also be a camembert cheese when it's kind of like been cooked, but it does look good as well as a cured meat. And these are little cheese squares. They're like your feta, and then other little cheeses here as well. And then, like I said, this one here is your bouquet builder. So these are all dies, these ones, and then the ones with, again, the black images, those are your stamps. You've got some really lovely ones here. Give you a nice example there of how the foliage all works together, which looks really nice. And again, you can see the holly leaves on this one. There's the little die cut, little sprigs there. And there's lots more samples as well. You'll be able to find photos of all of these on my Facebook page. And like I said, I'll be showing everything when I go live at 10 o'clock today. I'll just show you these, what I've got here in a bit more detail. So this is the circular little chopping board here with the handle on. And then I've added the little tag there. And the holly, my best friend loves, she calls these picky dinners, and whenever I go around she'll do me a picky tea, and it's usually some kind of cheese, crackers, things like that. So this is going to be her Christmas card, or one of these will be. I've also added a lot of dimension to mine, so I've added foam pads behind the cheeses there and just kind of layered them up on top of each other, put foam sticky pads behind. The knife there, you can see how that's all been paper pieced back together. That's your blue cheese there. And I've also added glaze, you can see on the stuffed peppers and on the holly berries there. And just little details like the hardware around the tag there. And then if you want to write your message, you've got all your space on the back. And that goes for all of them. And again, I've showed you briefly this one, but a bit more detail. This could be a piece of home decor, so it could be a new home card. You could actually have that hanging, and then they could keep it displayed for a while. And again, you can just see all of that lovely dimension. So I have gone over the top. You can see the stencil detail here that you can easily add, and I'll be showing you how to do all that in the demos. And again, you can see that Mary Cheeser. So it looks nice displayed like this, but also up like this, and you can have it, you know, running down this side if you wanted to. But the beauty of these dies, you could have someone's name around here, their birthday, you know, any kind of personalized message that you want to have. And then this one, which I briefly showed before, again with the Mary Cheesemas on the side there. You can see all the crackers. So they're crackers on that one, but then on this one, so this is you don't need any dies to make this one. This is on my Mixed Up Craft YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find that live now. Again, I'll link that below. And the idea with this one is it's kind of like a butcher's block style. So when you open it up, that opens to reveal your lovely pop-up. And again, put your space on the back there to write your message. But you can see, yeah, so what one was I saying? So those, I've done them as cured meats on that one, but on this one I've done them so they're more like a cracker. So, you know, play around with them, have lots of fun with these. And then this one here, not put as much on so you could see that grain detail. See the little olive pick there. This one here, you can see I've kind of curved it and like wrapped it around or curled it under. So they look like they're really stacked up on each other, which I thought was quite a nice touch. Eat, drink and be merry. Again, got some nice little details there. It's really tactile. These ones I would pop in my gift boxes that I've got, the gift box envelopes. I will have a playlist to those in the description box below. I've got boxes that would fit all of these in, even the circular ones. I've got nice little 6x6 envelope boxes that you'll be able to pop those in, and they're 1 1/4 depth. but you could still add something that's a little bit more bulky in there as well. It would still work. And like I said, there are a lot more. I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is another alternative that Gemma's done here. This is a beautiful Sending Hugs, and she's done that beautiful spray of flowers there. So there's another nice example there of how they look, but she's done another beautiful card as well, and she's done that as a Christmas card, so you'll be able to see that later on. But isn't that stunning? So I hope you like this new collection from me. Like I said, I'll be live today at 10 AM over on the Mucers Assemble YouTube channel, which is a channel that is dedicated to live crafting only. So you'll be able to chat with me in the comments, ask me anything, and I'm going to do, like I said, live demos, and I'm going to go through this in a lot more detail, so we'll look at all of the dies and you'll see me using them as well. Make sure you're subscribed to all the other channels, so Mixed Up Crafts, so you can see this tutorial, and Made to Surprise, where I'll be sharing all the tutorials where I've made these, because I have filmed myself making these ones as well. But don't worry, all the information is in that description box below. So give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video, drop me a comment as well and let me know what you think. Take care, and I'll see you later.